So yesterday I coded a musical instrument in Flash that's completely impossible to play. So I redid a bunch of that stuff, and I added some of the stuff that I wanted to add. And the main thing is that in this one, it's easier to play the diatonic scale, which you play with these fingers, and then to get the sharps and flats, you use these fingers. Okay. Where do I put my fingers? Well, first of all, I'm going to put my fingers down on 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and C, that's my left hand. And my right hand, I'm going to put that down on 7, 8, 9, 0, and N. Okay? The way this works is, like I said, we're going to use these three fingers to get our diatonic scale. And I put my fingers down. And in front of you on the screen, it is are the holes basically in the way that your fingers are placed on them. And they're numbered. And you can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the whole numbers, they're in kind of a funny order. But those are the ones that your index, ring, and thumbs are going to be on. The reason why they're in a funny order is that I play a mountain ocarina, and it's natural for me to lift my fingers or to press the buttons in that order. Okay, so if I press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can see that that's obviously not the diatonic scale, and I'll show you how to get that right now. For any combination of two notes, two holes, I'm going to say that the base of that is 1. Okay, for hole 1 and hole 3, the base of that, the base hole is 1 because that's the lower one. Okay, so for 2 and 6, the base hole is 2. So the way that I get the scale is I start with base 1. Okay, so that's my C3, and then I just move and then I just use the second hole that I'm going to press. So 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6. Okay, so that gives me notes in the scale. And then the next, I'm finished with base 1. So these are all the notes in base 1. Okay, and the next base hole is 2. These are the notes with base hole 2. Next base hole is 3, and then 4, and then 5, and then 6. Okay, so there's the chromatic scale using okay. So once you've got that figured out, playing the flats and sharps is really easy. So this is where 7, 8, 9, and 10 come in. Okay. When I'm playing the base 1 notes, so it's C, D, E, F, G, A, the one with 7, 1, 8, 1, 9, and 1, 10, those are the flats that I need in the scale with base 1. Okay, so the first flat that I need is going to be between C and D, and that's a D flat, so I'm going to get that with 1, 7. So 1, 1, 7, 2, and then between 1, 2, and 1, 3, that's a D to E, so I need another flat there. So 1, 8. So 1, 2, 1, 8, 1, 1, 3. That gives me the flats that I need. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and play part of the diatonic scale. And you'll notice that when I go from E to F, of course I don't need a flat there, so I'm just going to play straight from 1, 3 to 1, 4. Okay, so starting here, in C, I need a flat. Oops. Where am I? Okay, so base 2, the next from B to C, that's a half step. Okay, so that's essentially how to get the sharps and flats. So it's all about your bass key. So here's bass 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so the flats that I can play with bass 2 are these. And there are a few, so it only goes up to 7, 8, 9. I only need 3 flats for bass 2. Okay, so those 3 are flats that are important. Okay, so that's how to play the chromatic and diatonic scales, and this makes it somewhat easier to play music. Yeah, I enjoy using this. Let me know if you like it. Comment on the video. Maybe make some suggestions for the future. This is a work in progress, and probably going to add a few other features. You know, things like real sounds, recording stuff like that. Yeah, so if you have any ideas, then let me know. And if you're curious about how I did this, then you can ask me questions about it too. Goodbye.